They say construction is a tough business, but most people think that only applies to the guys in hard hats on the 20th floor. I spent nearly 40 years in the office side of the industry, and let me tell you, the boardrooms and back offices are where the real madness happens. I've seen a man take a pressurized metal hose to the face like a prime Mike Tyson. I've stared down a boss who was literally stealing from his own staff. And I've watched the fire brigade rescue a drunk woman from a bowling lane. Grab a coffee. Here is what 4 decades in the industry actually looks like. Safety standards today are a world away from where we started. I'm still amazed I didn't see more bodies. I remember one afternoon, a guy got hit square in the head by a pressurized hose with the heavy metal fitting. It didn't just hit him, it erased him. He went down exactly like a boxer in a title fight. He didn't move. I genuinely thought I was looking at a corpse. He survived, but he carried a scar for the rest of his life, a permanent souvenir of just how fast things can go wrong. The most dangerous thing on a job site isn't the machinery. It's a boss with a god complex. I once had a manager I clocked as a complete fraud from day one. This guy was a professional gaslighter. He'd demand massive projects with zero planning and then tell us, "Don't contact me until it's done." He bullied people in public, made up facts on the fly, and his favorite catchphrase was, "I'm the boss. Don't question me." It took 3 years for the company to wake up. By then, he had bullied 3 good people into quitting and was in the middle of stealing money from his 7th victim. I remember a mediation meeting where a guy offered to fight me right in front of our directors. I just laughed, held my chin out, and told him to go for it. He ended up running out of the room crying. When I finally spoke to the HR director about the boss, she told me in her entire career, he was the craziest person she'd ever encountered. When the internet first hit our offices in the 90s, it was like the Wild West. We had one guy who spent his shifts writing erotic literature and eventually got caught. Let's just say, enjoying himself in the stalls. His search history was a nightmare. We had people caught with everything from illegal content to gigabytes of tattoo photos on company laptops. One guy sent so many personal emails, he literally brought the entire company network to a halt. When I confronted him, he told management I was threatening him. He was sacked shortly after, but the stuff I saw in those email logs, I'd give anything to erase that from my brain, but the crown jewel of my career has to be the bowling night. We had a coworker, a woman, about 6 feet tall, strong enough to floor half the guys on the site. She was unique. At a company event, she got absolutely hammered on pints and started groping the HR director. Then, she decided to give a masterclass in bowling. Instead of letting go of the ball, she threw herself down the lane with it. She slid, got wedged, and literally got stuck in the machinery area. We had to call the fire brigade to cut her out. Needless to say, she didn't show up for work the next Monday. Or ever again. Outro, 40 years. You see the best of people and the absolute worst of humanity. If you've worked in construction or a toxic office, drop your craziest story in the comments. I might just have a few more of my own to share. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.